Note the big change in the Sixers starting lineup for the first time, and this is rookie season. Mark Hendrickson will be starting. And he is in for defensive purposes against the outstanding three-point shooter for the Cavaliers, Danny Ferry. The Cavaliers essentially without a starting center, if you will. Tyrone Hill forward starting in the middle for them. And we're running tonight from Gund Arena here in Cleveland.
And what that does is when you bring Hendrickson in the ball game, that puts Clarence Weatherspoon on Hill, who's a very good offensive rebounder. Clarence Weatherspoon, if you box Hill out, you're doing a great job, not giving him the 3.5 O boards that he's used to pulling down.
Cavaliers coming in 39-38, 23-15 here at home as Sura misses the three-pointer. Sixers would like to run against the Cavaliers, who love to control the tempo. They average only 87 points per game, and they give up only 85.5 per game. That leads the NBA. Brandon sizes up Hendrickson, takes him to the goal, and a foul on Mark Hendrickson.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers will look to get out. They'll take the opportunistic fast break. You saw Danny Ferry come down from the weak side, get into the passing lane, get the steal. Now the Cavaliers are looking to push it up. Terrell Brandon getting out on the wing. You know, he has the capability to take it to the hoop and at least draw the contact as he did right there. Take a look at Sura pushing the basketball up. Brandon getting the bump. Almost gets the bucket.
Brandon had 31 and 11 assists last night to lead the Cavaliers in their game at Boston. They lost it in overtime. Brandon, a terrific foul shooter, was 10 for 11 from the line. The one shot that he missed would have given the Cavaliers a 4-point lead. As it was, Todd Day tied it with a 3 for the Celtics, sent it into OT, and Boston won it there.
That was a major loss for the Cleveland Cavaliers last night. One of the problems that this team has is they have a pretty good record against teams under 500, 28-10. But the over 500 teams, that's where they have struggled. They are just 11-28. So even if they do get in the playoffs, I highly doubt whether they're going to go very far.
Mike Fratello, his 4th season in Cleveland. Some rumblings claiming that it will be his last season here. Good setup for Hendrickson by Iverson. Couldn't finish. It's 4-0 Cleveland. Ferry against Hendrickson. Mills has Davis. Chris Mills, another good outside shooter. Sura starting for the injured Bobby Phills. Straight up coverage. Now Hendrickson helping Weatherspoon against Hill. As Brandon hits the 3, he's their leading scorer, 19 per game.
Well, the one thing, if you've noticed the 76ers the last 13 games, their defense has been a little porous. They've been giving up, about, 112.5 points per game. That's a little porous. Opponents have been shooting better than 47%. So if you're not hitting your shots, especially against the Cleveland Cavaliers, it could be a long night for you. The Cavs are 2-0 against the Sixers so far this year, and they've won 9 straight against the 76ers so far.
Hill waiting for the double, doesn't come, takes Weatherspoon. Hendrickson bangs it off the glass for Clarence. Sixers coming in 21-56, 10-28 on the road tonight, wrapping up a 2-game road trip. Losers last night at Milwaukee. Hendrickson unable to finish again. That time cleans up after himself. Mark Hendrickson, first start of his career and his longest continuous stretch of playing time of this his rookie season. Was scoreless in 11 minutes last night at Milwaukee. We played 3 minutes here in Cleveland, and Tom Washington has a call. It is on Hendrickson. 2 personal fouls now on Hendrickson. Cavaliers get it back here with a fresh 24. They were up as many as 12 last night at Boston in the first half. And by 7 with 3 minutes to go, as Stackhouse had the steal, then couldn't locate it. Davis trailing. He's fouled en route to the hoop. It is on Terrell Brandon.
Jerry Stackhouse getting into the passing lane, knocking the ball out of Sura's fingertips right there. Where's the ball? Oh, there it is. I've got it. Now he's going to take it to the hoop. Nice little drop pass to Mark Davis, who's fouled in the act. This is the first free throw. 76ers, pretty good free throw shooting team. About 73% as a team.
Mark Davis, as you can see, a good night last night at Milwaukee before fouling out. Beats the 76ers in that category 6 times this year, and the Sixers retaining possession.
51.
Iverson escapes the grasp of Brandon. Stackhouse broke it loose. Allen, the bump and run, gets his first field goal. So Allen 1 for 4 in the early going. Once again, trying to become the first rookie in NBA history to get 40 or more in 4 straight. Wilt did it 3 times in his rookie year of 59-60.
Well, now, the one thing they have to keep in mind, it's okay to score 40, as he did last night. He was in the flow of the offense last night, but when you're just taking it off the dribble yourself just to get 40, that's when the problem arises. That's where things are just kind of fall apart for you.
Clarence Weatherspoon counted, and a foul on Tyrone Hill.
Foul is on Tyrone Hill, his first. Team second.
So Spoon to the line looking for the 3-point play.
Take a look at Spoon going out beyond the free throw line area. He rises up, knocks down the shot, as you can see, getting hit across the wrist by Hill. Completes the 3-point play. Just like that, this game's tied up.
Last of 3 meetings between the teams. The Cavaliers taking the first 2. Sura is doubled. That left Ferry open for 3, and that's dangerous. Hill, a terrific offensive rebounder, earns a fresh 24 for Cleveland. They will pick and roll you to death with Brandon and this fellow Ferry.
Yeah, that's a nice little pump fake. Getting Hendrickson up in the air. One dribble to his left, rises up. He's a very good shooter, and we were talking before the game, Mark. You know, when you take a look, at Allen Iverson getting the bucket. You know, you talk about Danny Ferry and the long-term contract that he had. Initially, you're sitting there saying, my, oh my, that's a long-term. But now it doesn't seem like he's getting that big of bucks. As a lot of other guys around the league are making a lot of money. To take a look at the acrobatic move by Allen Iverson. Going baseline, getting the bump.
Terrell Brandon picking up a second personal. He will now head to the bench, and Antonio Lang comes in for him, moving Sura to the point guard spot. That's the beauty of Bob Sura, the second-year player who was born in Wilkes-Barre out of Florida State. Lang only his 3rd year out of Duke. This is a young Cavalier team. Hill intent getting off against Weatherspoon. An offensive foul on Tyrone Hill. That is his second. So 2 of the Cavalier starters here with 2 personals apiece. And Hill had his last and final word before heading to the Cleveland bench. Vitaly Potapico, the rookie out of Wright State, who's a hefty one at 6'10", 280, and a talented one as well, coming in for the first time. We are locked at 11. Almost 5 minutes gone here in the first. It looks like, it smells like, and it is an illegal defense against Antonio Lang and Mike Fratello's Cleveland Cavaliers. Former Cavalier Michael Cage, who played the 2 previous seasons here, comes in for Mark Hendrickson. Cage had been the starter at center the last 3 games. Mark Davis gets 2 for the Sixers, who lead for the first time tonight after trailing by as many as 7 in the opening minutes. And the Cavaliers call timeout.
We are back with the 76ers up by 2. Let's take a look at Tyrone Hill in the low post, being bumped by Clarence Weatherspoon. You take a look. Is that a hook or not a hook? The official called it a hook. Boy, I've seen a lot worse that have not been called. Official, I tell you what, and we talked about that during the timeout. If the officials start taking this game over, this game could really grind to a halt. It's going to be slow enough anyway. And then if the officials decide that they want to control the contest, it's going to really be a slow ball game. But that certainly did not look like a hook on Tyrone Hill's part.
Well, of course, every official has his own interpretation. What you ask for is consistency from a particular crew throughout an entire game.
No, you don't. It's either a hook or not a hook. I mean, those are things that you go over. And as an officiating crew, you should not have your own opinion on what a hook is or what a block is. It either is or it isn't. keep your opinions out of the game. You're just an official with a ball in there, and it's up to you to make the call.
It's not an opinion, it's an interpretation. Cage couldn't finish. Good delivery by Mark Davis. Cage, however, rescues it, calls timeout. It'll be a 22nd timeout for the 76ers. As Michael Cage did good cleanup work. A nice pass that time by Mark Davis from the head of the key. Hear the rumble of hundreds of Harleys when the 76ers take on the Washington Bullets on Monday, April 14th at the beautiful Core State Center. The first 6,000 fans receiving a special Harley souvenir. And one lucky fan will win a brand new 97 Harley Davidson Sportster. There will be many top Harley dealers on the concourse to visit. Tickets available at the Core State Center box office, all Ticketmaster locations, or by calling 215-336-2000. Keep in mind the Bullets in that playoff hunt with the Cleveland Cavaliers, a very big game for them. Mark Davis once again. Very good game last night at Milwaukee. Continues to start at small forward, and he fouled out for the 6th time this year. An assist total, the most he has had in the last 3 months. As the Sixers unable to take advantage here, they turn it over. Sixer turnovers recently, except for the 28 they had Wednesday against Atlanta, generally down the last couple of weeks. Mills wants Iverson in the post. Davis the help. Antonio Lang. Not much polish on his game, though he hits the jumper there. Averages only 3 points in about 13 minutes per contest. Iverson has been relatively quiet here in the first quarter. Though Brandon, now on the bench for the 2 personals, has his shot blocked. Allen in search of a call, none forthcoming. Iverson sniffs for the steal. Curry, that's for 3. Curry among the NBA leaders. The Cavs as a team among the NBA leaders in three-point shooting. Stackhouse, he'll lift a 3. Five minutes to play here in the first.
Boy, as long as you know that the 76ers are switching every time you see Jerry and Allen coming together, setting that screen, I would run that, and I think Mike Fratello will the next couple possessions to see if the 76ers can stop that particular play. Allen Iverson's going to have to do a better job of denying the ball.
Davis took a step. So says Mike Fratello. Play continues here. 4 to shoot. Davis trying to make it happen. It does not. And as Lang emerges for the Cavaliers, we have a foul.
Foul number 7,
Mark Davis, the call.
His first, team third.
76ers basketball brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, who reminds you that fresh beer tastes better. And now introducing new Born on Dating. It's the day your Bud was born. Is your beer fresh?
Now they're just going to continue to run this.
Foul on Davis's first, 3 on each team. And again, Mills has Iverson nailed to the post. Curry free for 3, and thus far, doubling off of him has not hurt the 76ers.
Well, Ferry really struggled last night. He was 3 of 12. He had just 12 points.
Mark Davis following the miss by Allen Iverson. He's the Sixers' leading scorer here in the first. 3 for 3 for 6. Under 4 to play in the opening quarter, locked at 15. Iverson again looks for the steal. Sura sets up Hatapico in rhythm. A guy who's got a lot of talent, Steve. The rookie out of Wright State, and the Sixers turn it right over to the Cavaliers again.
Well, the one thing you want to do is try to keep the turnovers down. This is a slow enough game as it is, and anytime you give the Cavaliers an opportunity and another possession to score on you, it just kind of tightens the game for them a little bit, and that's the kind of style that they want to play as the Cavs. Knock 4 in a row down now as they have a 4-point lead. One thing that you want to do right off the top is keep the turnovers down. Right now with 3:26 to go in the first, the 76ers have 4 turnovers. That's a little too many. No second shots. I think the 76ers have done a pretty good job in that category. You want to push it up, but you also want to play smart. Last night, coming down the stretch of that game against Milwaukee, I thought the 76ers pushed it up, but they had a couple turnovers, and they weren't really playing smart as the Bucks generally had a couple guys back And now all of a sudden, if you want to push it up, you better make sure that you have the numbers. So take a look at Surra. Back on the last J as Allen Iverson went for the steal.
Sixer guards off to a 2-for-9 start. Stackhouse trying to post Chris Mills, a good defender who is equal in height. And the Sixers trying to get it to Jerry in the post, end up turning it over for the 5th time here in the quarter.
See far too many opportunities for the Cavaliers. You just don't want to give them that many opportunities. They're just going to run this pick and roll to death here.
This time it's Surra and Mills, and again Mills has Iverson nailed to the post. This time the help from Cage. Chris Mills with outside shooting, second on the team in scoring, 13 a game, and he's played well this year against the Sixers.
Now you take a look at Mills. He's the leading scorer in the 2 games, averaging better than 23 points per game.
Clarence Weatherspoon, he's got 5. Mills' season high coming against the 76ers. Core State Center in November of 25. Surra straight to the goal and a foul.
Well, you find something that works and you keep going to it. Surra, the last couple possessions running off the screen by Mills. This time they're bringing Potapko up there. And you see Allen Iverson just a slight step behind, and Michael Cage cannot stay with Surra. So Surra put on the afterburners, got into the paint, drew the foul.
Surra with 5, he averages 9, and now playing the point for Terrell Brandon on the bench with the 2 personal fouls. Iverson trying to waste him, breaks his ankles, gets to the goal and gets 2 more. The Iverson watch continues. He has 6. Sixers down 5. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Surra wins his way to the goal, count it, and a foul. Mark Davis is furious as he is called for the foul after helping himself up off the wood. 2 on Mark Davis.
Take a look at Surra behind the back. Is Mark there? Boy, he was definitely there. I have no idea what the official called there. Take a look at Mark. He's already planted himself. He's stationary. He is taken the charge. That was a good play by Mark Davis, and the officials blew that one.
Sixers in the
penalty.
penalty.
Mark Davis for another foul.
They're going to get Surra here riding Iverson, I think.
They could get a double
foul.
Yeah, on Lang and Mark Davis for throwing a couple bows at each other down low. Take a look at Mark Davis, upset about the last call. Take a look at Lang, Surra, boom, there's the elbows and the pushing. Good call by the official.
Well, that's not good for the Sixers now, because one of their starters has 3 personal fouls, and Johnny Davis only has 10 players once again. 5 different injuries. 76ers, Scott Williams, Derek Coleman, Rex Walters, Don McClain, and Lucius Harris.
Well, the one thing you have to realize is, you know, if you're upset about the officiating on the block call that they called just a minute ago, you've got to be a little bit concerned and a little bit aware of where the officials are, because you know they're not going to give you one down the other.
Iverson has it wiped away by Mills, but en route to the hoop, he draws the contact, and the personal foul is on Bob Surra.
First in the last 2 minutes.
Allen Iverson coming right at him into the paint.
For Surra, his first. Now both teams in the penalty. And Allen Iverson will get another. Adrian Caldwell, his first appearance of the evening. He's in for Michael Cage. You know, doing research on Wilt Chamberlain and his record, you start looking at Wilt's page. And when you look at Wilt's page in history, you end up staring at it. How about an average of 38 and 27 rebounds per game in his rookie year? Think about those numbers, will you?
You know what, and it's amazing, because those are the numbers he averaged. I think my best games are a couple games of 25 rebounds, which I thought, boy, that's a lot of rebounds. And then all of a sudden you start talking about averaging it. Wow.
In any era, that's a lot of rebounds.
Yeah, it really is.
Antonio Lang has been active here, came in when Brandon picked up the second personal foul. He's got 4. And it's a 9-point Cleveland lead. Stackhouse search of a foul instead. The official pointing the other way, saying it is Cleveland balls. The Sixers turn it over here for the 6th time in the first quarter. Stackhouse thus far 0 for 2. Minute to play here in the opening 12. Johnny Davis in conversation with Mount Airy's Tom Washington as hustling Jerry Stackhouse, probing for the steal right there. Johnny Davis at one time played here in Cleveland under George Karl back in the day, mid-'80s. Sura at about 6'5", hosting Iverson. Mills, that's for three.
You could see as soon as it left his fingertips, that thing was good. Had great rotation. He had nice arc on the basketball, and he's feeling pretty good right now about his shot.
This is the best season of his career. Three-point shooting for Mills. Iverson really takes a beating almost every night. Picks up the foul on Danny Ferry, his first. And as mentioned, both teams in the penalty. So Allen will go back to the strike. It is equally amazing with Allen Iverson, not only his energy, but his resilience, because he really does take a pounding going in among the timber every single evening.
Picks himself up, continues to do so, but you know what? If you're going to go in there, you better be used to it. You're going to see that quite a bit going into the paint against the big guys. You're going to get hit quite a bit. It's nice to see him be able to pick himself up quickly.
Got a 5-second difference here between the clocks. Sixers down 11. Sura works the pick and roll. Beautifully finds Lang, who flushes through. He's got 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Iverson blocked by Furry. Stackhouse for the chance, and he is really racked up. And Jerry Stackhouse is fouled by Vitaly Potapico, and Stackhouse will go to the line for 2.
Let's take a look with the shot clock in there. Jerry Stackhouse coming down with the old board.
Jerry Stackhouse at the line.
Boy, he took a hit there.
I'm telling you.
0.3 of a second left. Enough to catch and shoot.
Jerry is now among the top 20 in the NBA in scoring. He is second on the team, 20.5 per game, in search of his first point of the first quarter.
Send the guy down underneath the basket, which might be Bobby Sura. You see him just kind of getting ready to take off here. The inbound pass. Oh, he's going to be the guy throwing it in. 76ers at 45%, but the Cleveland Cavaliers 14 of 21, 67%. 76ers getting to the free throw line more than the Cavaliers, which is very typical since the Cavaliers are an outside shooting team. 76ers just 5 of 10. Rebounds, 3 more for the 76ers, but take a look at the turnovers. 6 for the 76ers, which over a four-quarter game would be 24. The Cavaliers with just 2, but take a look at the assists. 11 assists out of those 14 baskets.
Doug Overton spelling Allen Iverson for the first time.
Cavaliers, Mark, really taking advantage of the 76ers turnovers tonight. 6 turnovers, as we mentioned, for the 76ers. 11 points for the Cavaliers off of those 6 turns.
The Cavs only 2 turnovers in the first quarter. They average about 14. That's among the NBA leaders. Jerry Stackhouse making his way to the goal, and again, the Sixers turn it over for the 7th time here in the first half. Cavs have won 9 straight and 22 of their last 23 against the Sixers. The last Sixer win coming here December 3rd of '94. Clarence Weatherspoon and Scott Williams, the only Sixers remaining from that team, as Doug Overton is called for the hand check, trying to contain Bob Sura. Overton last night getting his first action in his last 5 because of a twisted right ankle. Reggie Geary, number 2, has played in a little less than half the games this year, the rookie out of Arizona. His first action in his last 4. This is Potapico going against Adrian Caldwell. Couldn't finish, though some nice moves in there, and Caldwell has it for the Sixers. Weatherspoon, the immediate double from Potapico. And this is Chris Mills. Moves on Overton. And right away, 2 personal fouls on Doug Overton.
Boy, you could see it in Mills's eyes. When do I make the decision to either pass the basketball or take it to the hoop? Right now. You get to the free throw line area or just above it. If you think that you can take that defensive player one-on-one, you have one dribble and a hard drive to the hoop. We'll take a look at Mills one more time. Where do I go? A little hesitation step, and right there. There was nobody to pass it to. I have this guy one-on-one. I've got my shoulder by him. Let me take him to the hoop. And that's when you make your decision just above the free throw line area if you're an offensive player coming down.
And a turnover there on the Sixers. Cavaliers will have it back. 8 on the Sixers. Trail by 13. And as we have said on a number of occasions, down by double figures against the Cavaliers is a tall order, considering the fact they only let up 85.5 points per game.
Well, you know what the interesting thing is last night? When you take a look at last night's ball game, the Boston Celtics were able to outrun the Cleveland Cavaliers 19-7 on fast break point opportunities. So the Boston Celtics were down, what, 7 or 8 in the last few minutes. They were able to come back and tie that thing up by getting out and running the fast break.
Sixers getting it back on the Cleveland turnover. In one game this year, Cleveland gave up only 57 points at Orlando. That tied the NBA record for fewest points given up since the invention of the shot clock in the mid-50s.
Talk about
Joe Fortius putting a shine on the ball, or so it would seem.
About setting the game back a few years.
Yeah, really, 57 points. That's what the Sixers had last year, remember? Against Miami, First State Spectrum. He's looking for Bob Davies of the Rochester Royals. Doubling up is Ferry, helping Geary against Overton. Weatherspoon, the prime option, fighting with Lang. Clarence, good look for Hendrickson. One more for Caldwell. Another Sixer turnover. Patapico runs the floor, is hacked and fouled by Jerry Stackhouse, who prevents the field goal. His first personal foul, but Patapico now will go to the line.
Sixer foul number 42, Jerry Stackhouse.
We'll take a look at the turnover. Cleveland Cavaliers off and running. Patapico out running to the left, takes it to the hoop. Jerry Stackhouse with the foul. In that situation, you're a big guy coming in from the left side. You don't want to try to take it to the other side, because what happens if you don't get fouled? In that situation, it looks like he's trying to avoid the contact. You just want to come down and throw that thing down. He's a good leaper. He's got a lot of power. Just take it to the defensive player, throw it down. At least you know you're going to get the bucket.
Michael Cage in for Adrian Caldwell. Allen Iverson, his rest lasting about 2 minutes, in for Doug Overton. Opening moment, second quarter. Iverson gives the dribble up against Geary. And that's Donnie Marshall just into the game. Iverson with a piece of it. Now, finally, it's taken by Geary. He takes advantage and scores his first field goal. Geary only averages a point per game, and the Cavaliers burst to a 16-point advantage, their largest of the evening. The storyline here is the Cavaliers pretty much having their way here in the first half, leading the Sixers by the largest margin of the game. Frankie King, who is a week into a 10-day contract, has come in for the Sixers. Jerry Stackhouse has it now, laboring at small forward, and laboring is probably the accurate word for Jerry tonight. 0 for 2, yet another turnover for him here in the first half. Mills hitting a three.
The one thing that Johnny Davis talked to his team about in that last timeout is, hey guys, good concentration, work hard. We do not want to be down by 30. Don't give up on yourselves. Believe in yourselves as individuals and a team.
Allen Iverson called for the foul. That is his first after the turnover. Allen stating his case to Benny Adams, one of the 3 officials here tonight.
Well, it's an 8-0 run here to open up the second quarter. 2.5 minutes into this thing, Sixers still haven't scored. Big difference between last night's double team against the Milwaukee Bucks and tonight's double team with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's an aggressive double team.
Another foul on Iverson. The Sixers already in the penalty here. We have not played 3 minutes of this first quarter for Iverson, his second personal foul. And I should correct myself, we're in the second quarter. Tally Patapico will get another at the line. The Cavaliers saying he is as strong as anyone in the NBA. Rebounding the miss is Antonio Lang. Cavaliers with a fresh 24. Donnie Marshall. And he is fouled in the act. Frankie King is called for the personal.
Tell you what, there's some fans hollering at Allen behind us a little bit, which I think is totally unfair. Had a chance to listen to Pat Croce on Chet Kopic today. I don't know if you caught that or not. Pat was calling in and talking about the Cleveland fans here at the All-Star game and how unfair it was of the fans that really get on Allen. Now here's a kid that, as we talk about, has a high level of energy, works hard, and all of a sudden you take a look and the fans are still on him. I firmly believe that he deserves to be the Rookie of the Year.
King to the goal, gets 2. Frankie King was scoreless in 9 minutes last night. He's averaging about 2 points per game. And finally, the first Sixer points of the second quarter. Cavaliers had outscored the 76ers 32-10 since the middle of the first. That's Antonio Lang. He has 8. Lang averages only 3. The Cavaliers doing a lot of this damage tonight with their bench. The Sixers outscored by the Milwaukee bench by a large margin last night. That's Iverson missing the 3. Hendrickson earning the Sixers a fresh 24. Allen has fellow rookie Reggie Geary. King hops into a deuce and hits it. 2 straight for King, the second-year player out of Western Carolina. His 5th game as a 76er tonight. King helping Iverson with Geary. The Sixers fairly successful last night with the trap that they threw at the Milwaukee Bucks. This is Patapico showing his touch.
Well, the one thing that is difficult to do is the half-court trap good passing teams. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are a very good passing team. Almost 1.5 assists to every turnover.
Patapico was 6 right on his average. That's Stackhouse looking for his first field goal. It's the Cavaliers by 20. 4.5 gone here in the second. Geary has King on a switch. Patapico loses it to Hendrickson. 4 turnovers now on Cleveland. As Iverson tries to have his way, Geary hit him and then hit him again, and Allen bounces right up.
Number 2, Reggie Geary is first.
To have a stare down with Reggie Geary, who marches right to the Cleveland bench. Brandon back for him.
Take a look at Geary, catches him right there with the left hand. Allen takes exception to that.
As he should.
Absolutely.
Brandon Pack has got 2 personal fouls. Iverson steps away. Cage, fingertip control for the Sixers and a fresh 24. Trail the Cavaliers 47-27. Hendrickson in rhythm. Mark Hendrickson scoreless in 11 minutes last night. The game before had career highs in points and rebounds with 7 and 11 respectively in a career high 27 minutes. He makes it an 18-point game.
We are back to action. The 76ers with the basketball. Spoon out on the wing to Stackhouse. Another turnover by Jerry, and the Cavaliers are off and running. A 2-on-1 with Hill with the big finish. And welcome back, my partner.
Thanks, brother. I don't want to stay away too long. You will take my job.
I was on a roll.
Opening moments, third quarter here in Cleveland. And we have a foul on Terrell Brandon. That is his 3rd. And Allen Iverson will find his way to the stripe. Brandon in the first half, a relatively sedate 9 points, 2 for 7 shooting. Iverson now ties Jerry Stackhouse for Sixer high honors, each with 13. Sixers down 17 points. Cavaliers leading by as many as 23. Sixers trapping as they did last night in Milwaukee, having pretty good success against the Bucks. As Steve mentioned, the Cavaliers a good passing team. Davis off the miss by Hill. Mark Davis limited in his minutes in the first half because of fouls. Weatherspoon right at the edge of his game, just inside the arc.
Clarence has shot 50% or better in 7 of the last 11 ball games, shooting 50% in the last 11 games. Tonight, no different, right on the 2 for 4, and knocks that one down here to open up the third. So Spoon now 3 of 5. He's got 7 points. Oh, shit.
Here's Stackhouse, his second personal. One on each team. And the Cavaliers back to work here with a fresh 24. 76ers back to work on Monday as they take on the Washington Bullets at the Core State Center. All the action commencing at 7:30. Once again, it is Harley Davidson night. And don't forget, you college students, $4 off selected tickets. Mills against Davis.
The one thing you don't want to do when you're out of the playoffs as a team is have to come in and play a team that absolutely needs a game like the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Washington Bullets on Monday night.
Davis and Hendrickson try to work the pick and roll. Hendrickson ends up with it, gets it again after having it blocked. Persistence overcomes the Cleveland resistance, and Hendrickson to be rewarded with perhaps a three-point play.
Staying with it, as you said, persistent. Gets the first one blocked, comes down with his own board, takes it to the other side, gets whacked again. The continuation. Hendrickson, a starter tonight for the first time in his career. Now wait a second, they're not going to count it. Nope. Allen Iverson sneaking into the lane. Yep, too early. Mark's got that little slow release at the top, and Allen was creeping in prior to the release by Hendrickson. We have seen Allen make some magnificent plays this year off of missed fouls. The one at Seattle back in January comes to mind as perhaps the most brilliant. That's Hendrickson on flyby. Mills a rare miss tonight. Weatherspoon to work on Hill. Mills the double up. Iverson loses Brandon. That's Tyrone Hill coming over to help out against the liquid quick Allen Iverson, and Hill is called for the personal. And that's 4 now on the starting middleman, Tyrone Hill, for the Cavaliers. Take a look at Hill, a little slow coming down. It's hard to judge Allen Iverson's speed. Normally, you're only going to judge your speed off the guys that you're practicing with. Brandon has tremendous speed, but certainly doesn't have the type of speed that Allen Iverson has. Go to the bench, and Tapico in for him. Davis flirts with a 3, takes it strong to the goal, tapped up and in. Davis with 9 on 4 for 5 shooting, and the Sixers cut it to 13. Down as many as 23 points in the first half. Ferry, that's for 2. Good ball movement by the Cavaliers, and anytime you see a team half-court trapping, that means they've got to rotate. You keep the floor spread, you should be able to make good solid passes and find a wide open player at some point. Clarence Weatherspoon answers Danny Ferry. Spoon now with 9. Get one player in the middle. Sixers keep it flat. Brandon to work against Iverson. Sura trying to lose Davis. Good defense by the Sixers. Davis has Ferry on a switch, and Hendrickson has Sura. So Bobby will take him off the dribble. This is Patapico with 2 to shoot. Sura, the pull, a fresh 24, goes right back up with Hendrickson looming, and Bob Sura fights his way to 2 more. Sura tonight shooting 6 for 7. He's got 15. That's the margin for Cleveland.
Stackhouse takes Sura, strong to the cup, gets 2. Jerry only his 3rd field goal. He's 9 for 9 from the line, and he's high for the Sixers with 15. Sixers again trap. Brandon gives up the dribble in a bad place. Relief in the form of Mills. Good ball movement. Brandon ends up with a 3. Terrell Brandon, an above average three-point shooter at 37%. Iverson lost it. Weatherspoon, or rather Stackhouse, in a crowd, and Jerry angry after that one as the call is against him. That is his 3rd.
That's his 3rd. Team foul number 2.
Two team fouls now on the Sixers, 3 on the Cavaliers. We're back to work here, leading 77-61. Sura on the drive, don't count it. Sura demonstrating why he was in the slam dunk here in Cleveland All-Star Weekend, as Stackhouse now picks up his 4th.
Take a look at Jerry just reaching out and grabbing Sura. Jerry trying to play a little defense with straight legs. You got to get down in that defensive stance. Let's see. Once again, they're going pick and roll.
Sura would love to get Stack's 5th before Doug Overton comes in for him. Chris Mills continues to burn the Sixers as he has all year long. He's got 18 on 7 for 10 shooting. Stack lifting a 3. Iverson the steal, lined up by Furry, forget it. Allen nearly missed the layup. Iverson now with 14. In a 16-point game. Approaching the halfway point of this, the 3rd quarter. Sura running baseline, trying to lose Davis, which he did.
Timeout, Cleveland Cavaliers, timeout.
To exceed their usual pace. In fact, the 84 points, just 3 below what they average per game. They had a season high for at halftime.
And their season high for a game is just 108 points. They're just 24 points away from that with 15.5 minutes to play. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, because they have such a good defensive team, and they've held 68 opponents so far under 100 points. If they can ever reach 100, they are 13-2.
I'm sure that time is tagged with his 2nd. Both teams in the penalty here. Allen Iverson will tread the stripe. He's been there 7 times this far tonight. He's 4 for 7. Holding steady at 21. He's high man in the game.
Surprised they really haven't tried to post up Sura on Allen Iverson. Try to use that pick and roll, and whoever switches, go ahead and take Allen down low.
Antonio Lang, who enjoyed a good first half with 8, in for Mark West, whose time in the court lasts but 1 minute. 76ers basketball brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, who reminds you that fresh beer tastes better. 0 for 2 for Iverson. Sixers trap. Mills dives to the goal. Taken by Davis. Unleashes Iverson. Wait a second. Joe Forte has a call in the backcourt. And Chris Mills is mouthing off to Forte, who dutifully warns him after calling the personal on Chris Mills. What do they call? Flagrant foul? Technical foul. So indeed, Forte, while not actually signaling the technical, does call the T on Mills. So the Sixers make the T, get it to 12, and they have the ball back. Weatherspoon contends with Curry. Mills the late double. The Cavaliers have it back with 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Sura open for three.
Continuing to take the outside shots. You knew they weren't going to continue to shoot 64%. They're still shooting, what, 53%, which is pretty good. So that means 76ers defense here in the third quarter has been pretty good, as Bobby Sura waiting for Allen to put that ball on the floor going right. Gets the offensive charge on Allen Iverson, his third. We have a delay of game warning on the Philadelphia 76ers with that particular call there by the officials. Allen Iverson not giving up the ball quickly enough.
Turnover, the 17th on the Sixers, only their third here in this third quarter, which is 2.5 to run. They've gotten it to a dozen. Sura is trapped, forced to call timeout.
Timeout, Cleveland. Cavaliers, timeout.
It is a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as the 76ers have come back here, down as many as 23. Now we're told it is a 20-second timeout. So we'll continue to keep it right here at the Thunder Arena here in Cleveland. And an 84-72 Cavalier lead. Stay with us here on Sports Channel after the game for the most complete coverage of all of today's sports action and news. Scoreboard Central will give you all the highlights, final scores, and breaking sports news stories. Sixers trying to break a 6-game losing streak. And as Steve mentioned, the Sixers defense has really been rocked during that streak, although in the 6 losses, upping their scoring to 104 points per game. That is about 5 points per game over their average. All right, so the Cavaliers have it after the Sixers trap Sura. 12 to shoot. Brandon Iverson around the furry screen. A subpar night tonight for Terrell Brandon. 3 for 9. Davis looking backdoor for Iverson. Brandon looks for the steal. Weatherspoon, the opportunity to. Clarence, the third Sixer into double figures with 11, and it's a 10-point game. Under 2 to play in the third. Again, the Sixers scramble in the trap. Hendrickson, the point man. Davis, the steal. Unleashes the Sixer fast break. Runs with Iverson. Misses the layup. Hendrickson, the dirty work. No! And finally taken by Lang. Hendrickson, the steal from behind. The late whistle. As Johnny Davis all the way out the midcourt after Hendrickson made the steal. And a tee on Johnny indeed.
But you can't go that far out. Johnny has a tendency to get out of the coaching box just a little bit. Take a look at Mark Hendrickson with the tap from behind. Looked like a pretty clean swipe. Johnny coming way down to half court. Arguing the call. Show 40. Fingertips the palm, signaling the technical foul on Johnny Davis.
Terrell Brandon, who is third in the NBA in free throw percentage at 90%. Will do the honors.
So they've been stuck at 84 here for a while.
Superstar, bro.
Foul on Hendrickson. Brandon will shoot a couple more. Sixers in that penalty. So a possibility for a 3-point play. Got a pretty good guy going to the free throw line, as you said, Mark. Gets to the line quite a bit and makes them. %.
Did you read about Terrell Brandon's mom, Charlotte? In charge of that group of NBA moms. There is a mom in each city who visits with the players before games, after games, there for a shoulder or some friendly advice.
I guess that's
a whole network of moms. And Terrell's mother, Charlotte, in charge of that group. They've had a lot of success and a lot of good publicity this year. Iverson, tough shot, he hit it. Allen Iverson now with 23. The Sixers down 11, so a much more manageable number than the 21 or 23 that the 76ers were facing earlier in this game. The Cavaliers continue to run against the Sixer trap. Curry and Sura trying to work the pick and roll. Sura splits the D and sets up Lang. Sura now with his 9th assist. Lang has 10. That's 4 away from his season high. Hendrickson hosting Lang. Iverson instead wants Bobby Sura strong to the cup. Yes, and a foul. Allen Iverson with just the right English. Now to the line looking for the three-point play.
Allen Iverson taking Sura off the dribble, getting help from the weak side, which is Lang, but Lang going to where the ball was instead of where it is going to be. Gets Allen Iverson across the arms. A good shot blocker just rises up and adjusts his arms in the air just a little bit, waits for Allen to release the basketball.
Iverson, high man in the game with 25. Got a 14-second difference between the clocks, so the Sixers ought to get a last look. They trap again. Sura and Curry, the pick and roll. Hendrickson, perhaps with a hand there on Bobby Sura, trying to help out Doug Overton. And for Hendrickson, his 5th. Mark Hendrickson, an active game tonight. A career-high 8, has contributed 7 boards. Very active defensively. Getting his first career start. And Sura, a 61% foul shooter, will get another. As Reggie Geary is in for Terrell Brandon. And Frankie King will come in for Mark Hendrickson. Also Donnie Marshall, his 2nd appearance tonight.
And Donnie Marshall for the Cavaliers.
He comes in to get Danny Ferry. Ferry sitting with 14 on 6 for 9 shooting. The Cavaliers still shooting a rather astounding 61%, including over 53% from beyond. It's a 12-point game. The shot clock is unplugged. That's the time remaining here in the 3rd. Iverson nose to nose with Geary. Thinking 3. Strong to the goal, gets 2 as he plowed right into Lang.
He really did, got away with an offensive foul right there.
Mills at the buzzer, and that'll do it. So the 76ers down at halftime by 17, by as many as 23 in the first half, making it a 10-point game after 3.
Boy, take a look, as you said, just plows into the defensive player, no call. That's either a block, a charge. That cannot be. Impossible. That's where I disagree with you from the first quarter. That's a charge. But you know what? The official said nope.
Marks him up tonight. 4th quarter action here on Sports Channel. The Sixers have come back to make it a game. Geary the miss. To the floor it goes. Davis to the floor. Iverson some splinters. At Allen's it goes. It'll belong to Cleveland. Joe Forte has been an active official tonight.
Take a look at the loose ball. Allen Iverson diving after the loose ball. Tries to get the timeout, does not have control of the basketball. That's what Mike Fratello is saying. The official says, you're safe, but you didn't have control.
Safe is next door at the Jake.
No calls being made today.
Correct. Green washing out their game with the Angels as Mark Davis is called for the personal foul. That's his 4th.
Mark Davis is 4th. Team
76ers in serious foul trouble here. Davis with 4. Hendrickson with 5. Jerry Stackhouse with 4.
Jerry Stackhouse has come back here to begin this 4th quarter. Donnie Marshall, in his 2nd year from the University of Connecticut, has played about 2/3 of the games this year. A 2nd-round pick. Only 24, a guy who works pretty hard, not a bad 3-point shooter. Getting a lot more playing time this year. Barely a sniff last season, his rookie year. 1 of 2 makes it an 11-point game. Opening moments, fourth quarter tonight here on Sports Channel. Iverson runs off the ball, trying to rid himself of Reggie Geary. Overton makes the delivery. Allen goes to work. Tyrone Hill back into the game, looming as a double. Finds Davis somehow. Mark can't finish it. Hill and his friend share the rebound, and in doing so, they escort the ball illegally. A traveling violation, and the Cavaliers turn it over.
Take a look at the basketball coming off. Marshall, Hill going for the basketball. Sometimes you just don't know who has the hand on it. You're trying to rip it out of even your teammates' hands on occasion.
Overton, that's for 2. Sura, Stackhouse has him lined up. Sura missed the layup. Jerry right there defensively. Overton runs a 3-on-2. Can't finish it.
3-on-2 fast break attempt for the Cavaliers. They said, nope, let's bring it back out.
And go to Hill against the former Cav, Michael Page. Out of bounds it goes. It'll belong to the Sixers. (91-80) Cleveland. Stackhouse has Marshall if he wants him. Stopped short of the help. That's Lang. Gets 2. Jerry Stackhouse only his 4th field goal. He's got 17.
The Sixers are in single digits now.
Good look inside for Lang. Can't finish. Cage looming. Lang again. Taking the 3rd time. And finally a Sixer foul. Looks to be Mark Davis.
Foul number 7, Mark Davis.
Yep, and that's his 5th.
Team foul number 2.
Lang stays with it. Shot comes up a little short. Gets his own O-board. Tries to take it back up. Once again, getting the O-board. And there's the bump by Davis on his 3rd shot. 2 O-boards, and they'll get 2 free throws out of that. Lang will go to the line. He's a 72% free throw shooter.
Go 2.
Antonio Lang, his 3rd season out of Duke. Came over from Phoenix in the Hot Rod Williams trade, along with Dan Marlin.
Technical foul.
Technical foul number 3, Allen Iverson.
It's on Iverson. So now,
He will shoot.
in a 10-point game with almost 2 minutes gone here in the 4th, Terrell Brandon, no doubt, will shoot the technical foul. So we've had 3 tees in the game. 1 on Allen, 1 on Johnny Davis, and 1 on Chris Mills of the Cavaliers.
And what's the discussion? You've got a technical, shoot the free throw.
Exactly.
Get everybody behind the free throw line. Get them back there. Shoot the free throw. Why are we discussing this?
Fratello in deep conversation with Mount Airy's Tom Washington. Allen Iverson called for the technical foul moments ago. Joe Forte now enters the discussion. Marshall's going to shoot the tee.
Now Lang will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
Lang was there to start before the tee was called on Iverson. Lang had already made 1. So a 3-point play for the Cavaliers. Fouls by 2 different players as the 76ers called the timeout.
Philadelphia. Sixers.
2:05 gone here in the 4th. The Sixers down a dozen. Well, as we interpret here on the fly moments ago, we are told that Terrell Brandon did not shoot the technical free throw because he had just entered the game on the dead ball situation and, technically speaking, was not on the floor when the tee was called on Allen Iverson. So Donnie Marshall did the deed, and it's a 12-point lead right now for the Cavaliers. Now, Monday, Hear the rumble of hundreds of Harleys when the 76ers take on the Bullets at the Core State Center. The first 6,000 fans will receive a special Harley souvenir, and one lucky fan will win a brand new 97 Harley-Davidson Sportster. There will be many top Harley dealers on the concourse to visit. Tickets available at the Core State Center box office and all Ticketmaster locations, or by calling 215-336-2000. Sixers with possession out of the timeout, down a dozen. 2 and change gone. We're in the fourth. Overton making way against Brandon. Out of bounds it goes. But it belonged to Cleveland as Brandon took one in the left eye after that foray to the hoop by Doug Overton. Cavaliers shooting 55%. Though being out-rebounded by the 76ers. The Sixers with 6 more turnovers. The one there for the Cavaliers. Here he almost got it back. The bottom line is he does stifle the Sixer break as Iverson, of course, had ideas of going right to the goal. Absura coming back for Reggie Geary. Absura has played well tonight. 16 points, 9 assists.
51.
Taking the lion's share of the point guard duties tonight. Right now trying to contain Iverson, who goes strong to the goal and gets 2.
Wow.
Allen Iverson with 29.
Boy, that's a beautiful play by Allen Iverson.
Iverson looking for his 5th straight game of 30 or more. And just 11 from 40. Hill off the Marshall miss. Sixers are down 10. Sura, pass for Lang, goes awry out of bounds. It'll belong to the Sixers. Clarence Weatherspoon, Chris Mills head back for their respective teams. Michael Cage heads to the Sixer bench. Donnie Marshall to Cleveland's bench.
Take a look at Allen Iverson with his back to the basket. Lifts it up, all cotton for Allen.
Iverson being tracked by a host of Cavaliers. He is hacked as he moves into the lane. Chris Mills is called. Only the first on him. And just the first on the team. 2 on the 76ers here. Danny Ferry, the good shooter, comes in for Antonio Lang. We have another technical foul. Yes. It is on Bob Sura of the Cavs. So the 4th technical foul of the night, 2 on each team. Overton, as he should, the 95% foul shooter, converts for the Sixers, who are down 9. Back to work with a fresh 24. Iverson looking to set up Weatherspoon. Sura passes up the 3 in favor of Curry, who hits the side of the backboard, but Brandon there to rescue him. Brandon with 17. Stackhouse strong to the cup, can't finish. Knocked to the wood, nothing called. Mills, a clean look at a 3. Up for grabs, Iverson, it's a 3-on-1. Allen fakes the pass and finishes it off. Iverson with 31, so 5 straight for him with 30 or more. And the lead now is 9 again. Mills can't finish it. Hill the foul, it won't count. Instead we have a foul on Clarence Weatherspoon.
No, 2 shots.
Take a look at Allen Iverson faking the pass, going behind the back, comes back up to it, gets the kiss off the glass. On the other end, Mills takes it to the hoop, blows the bunny, but is fouled by Clarence Weatherspoon. 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. On the season, 84%. The 76ers single digits once again at 9-point deficit. Make it a 10 right now as Mills takes it to the hoop. I said, just blows the bunny.
And of course the big sidebar tonight, Allen Iverson just 9 away from breaking Wilt Chamberlain's record. A record he now shares with Wilt of 3 straight by a rookie with 40 or more in a game. Right now, Overton at the controls. Iverson trying to lose Sura. Sura looks for the steal, doesn't get it. Weatherspoon dips in. And Sura, the good athlete, comes up with a rebound. 7.5 to go in the fourth. It's a 10-point Cleveland lead. Brandon runs off the ball, loses Overton. Neither Lang nor Marshall could come up with it. Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson with 34 points, just 6 away from the record. And the Sixers have it to 7. 7 minutes to play here in the fourth. Trapping once again. Brandon by Iverson. Mills out of bounds. And Cleveland retaining possession.
I got him.
Marshall's got a man in the post. It's Mills with a clear advantage on Frankie King as Mills goes to the glass. Now he's got 21.
I'm surprised they haven't done that more often here in the fourth quarter.
We have a call away from the play.
Bobby Sura bumping Allen Iverson. Taking the bump. Let's take a look at Allen Iverson. You'll see it in the left corner. The official buying that call. Doing the Hollywood thing.
And Marshall is called that time, sending Iverson to the line. Allen Iverson with 34 points.
Goes on the line. The official would ever look at it. 35 now. Heck, it's over.
Make it 36. 4 away from breaking a 37-year-old record. And the Sixers have it to 7. What a finish tonight in Cleveland. Iverson looks for the steal, doesn't get it. Brandon for 3. Brandon, after the slow start, manages to hit for his average of 20. Stackhouse pounds it in against Marshall. Jerry Stackhouse with 19. Sixers down 8. Under 6 to play on the fourth. Brandon, good crossover move on Overton. King, as Weatherspoon held off Hill, allowing Frankie to get the rebound. Iverson to work again against Brandon. Crosses over, strong to the goal. Wait a second. They say a calming violation on Allen Iverson, who takes out his frustrations by running the full length of the court.
You make the call. Is it a violation or not? Whoop! And on the side of the basketball, that was a good move on Brandon. The officials have been blowing a few calls all night long, and there's just a case of missing another one. We're back in Cleveland with the Cavs. 8-point advantage with 5:30 to go here in the fourth. You make the call. Allen Iverson palming the ball or not? You take a look at Allen just kind of coming down. One more dribble, and he's off and running. Right there. See where that hand is? It's on the back of the basketball. Good control of the basketball. It certainly isn't underneath the ball. Bad call by the official. Loses Brandon, takes it to the hoop. Bad call.
Sixers down 8. Again, they work the mismatch with Mills. Good pass for Hill. A foul on Jerry Stackhouse. That is 5 on Stack.
Take a look at Mills in the low post. Good dish underneath. And the foul by Jerry Stackhouse.
Tyrone Hill to shoot 1.
Mark Davis, who along with Stackhouse has 5 personals, in for Frankie King. Hill now with 7. It's an 11-point game. Iverson 4 from 40. Overton at the controls. Allen, that's for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson with 39, just 1 from Wilt Chamberlain's long-standing rookie record. 5 minutes to play. The Sixers are down 8. Mills. The follow. Weatherspoon, and finally it's Hill. Hill makes it a 10-point game. There it is for Iverson. Contends with Sora for the record. No! Brought down by Brandon. 4.5 to play as they try to trap Brandon in the backcourt. Davis out near midcourt coaching his defense. They are down by 7, 4:20 clock running in the 4th. Sora has it stripped. Davis running. It's a 4-on-2. The trailer Stackhouse blocked in there beautifully by Marshall. Overton with an opportunity, and he's fouled from behind by Chris Mills.
They're letting an awful lot of calls go underneath. Take a look at Sura. Just dribbles it off his legs. 76ers with the jailbreak offense. Pushing it up. Take a look at Jerry Stackhouse. Boom, there's the bump there. Probably an offensive foul. But all of a sudden, Doug Overton comes down with it, takes it back up, and there's the foul as Doug Overton was in the act of shooting. 76ers dodged one there. That's about the 3rd or 4th time tonight that the officials, either for the 76ers or for the Cleveland Cavaliers, have not made that call.
Got one, gentlemen.
Overton, all of his points from the foul line. He's been a perfect 4 for 4. It's an 8-point game again. 4:10 to go here in the 4th. The Sixers have trailed since the halfway point of the 1st quarter. Sura shaking loose. Brandon, and now it's Marshall for 3.
It's a new season high for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They haven't hit 110 all season. 108 was their season high, and the 76ers defense once again giving up an awful lot of points. You've got to score a lot of points to win.
Iverson for the record. Yes, and there it is. Allen Iverson, 4 straight with 40 or more, breaking the Wilt Chamberlain standard that had stood for 37 years. He makes it a 9-point game. Marshall again for 3. To the floor it goes, and Davis has it. Iverson looking for more against Sura. Overton against Brandon. And now Stackhouse with just over 3 minutes to play in the 4th. Works on Mills, strong to the cup with the left hand. And finally controlled by the Cavaliers, who lead by 9.
You got to continue to go to Allen Iverson. Jerry Stackhouse has not had a shot in a while. So Allen Iverson is just lighting up the Cavaliers right now. He's got to be your main guy coming down the stretch with 2:40 to go. Get him the basketball.
Now, it's a 112-101 game. Cleveland, 2:40 to play on the 4th. Sixers with possession. Iverson again. 3 away from his career high, incidentally. Davis. Tough shot, Mark Davis. It's a 9-point game again. Davis with a double-double at 10 and 10 as the Sixers desperate for a turnover here. Hill tied up by Overton, and a subsequent foul on Doug Overton.
One thing you want to do, the Cleveland Cavaliers did it perfectly there. As soon as you got by the initial double team, which means you have a 4-on-3 situation in your favor on your end of the court, continue to attack the basket. Mills to Sura down low, that time to Hill, as every pass got closer to the basket, and with that, 76ers had to foul.
Allen Iverson in the first half, a mere 11 points on 4 for 14 shooting. In the second half, 11 for 19 a total of 30 in the second half. He has 41 for the game. Scoring for Allen Iverson in his last four: 44, 40, 44, and now 41. Meantime, it is an 11-point game. Iverson continues to work off the ball. Sura tracks him. Iverson, tough shot, and he hit it. What a shot by Allen Iverson, who's dropped 43.
It's fun to watch, isn't he?
And that is a new Thunder Arena record, 32 points and a half by Allen Iverson. As Brandon hits the wood, Cleveland calls timeout. The most amazing thing about Allen Iverson is after tonight, he could go out on some playground and run for 2 more hours.
I mean, you saw him on the plane last night. He had his headset on. He was jumping up and down. He was ready to go again.
The 43 was by Bobby Phills. He's already broken the Thunder Arena record for points and a half with 32. 114-105. Sixers down 9. Cavaliers with possession. 152 and counting here in the fourth. And that's Overton intentionally fouling Bob Sura, who is the correct guy when you consider the percentages. Sura, a near 61% shooter. Neither team with a foul to give here. And for Overton, his fourth. Bob Sura has done enough damage already tonight. The Wilkes-Barre native with a double-double, 18 and 10 assists. He's also yanked away 6 boards in 41 minutes of work, starting for the injured Bobby Phills. Phills right now is day-to-day with a groin injury. Mark Hendrickson with 5 personal fouls back in. It's a 10-point game. Iverson forced to give it up. Overton, tough shot, hit it anyway. For Overton, his first field goal in 5 tries. It is an 8-point game. 138 and counting in the fourth. Davis looking for the steal. Mills toes the line. A collision in the backcourt as Mills hits the wood. And the foul's going to be on Mark Davis, and he's gone for the second straight game. Mark Davis is fouled out. Davis finishing with a double-double tonight, 10 and 10 boards.
Take a look at Mark Davis slapping the ball away. Mills doing a great job of not going out of bounds and then waiting for the basketball to come down, staying in bounds, picking it up, taking one dribble before being fouled by Mark Davis.
Mills is high man for Cleveland tonight with 21 points. Significantly above his average of 13.
Not a bad guy to have at the free throw line either, an 84% free throw shooter. And on the year, as I said, he's killed the 76ers in both games that these teams have played earlier, averaging about 23.5 points per game.
That makes it a 10-point game. As Allen Iverson tries to become the first 76er in team history. And we can go all the way back to the Syracuse National days. The first ever in franchise history to become Rookie of the Year. The 76ers have had all rookie team members, either first or second team, every season since Clarence Weatherspoon was a rookie in '92-93, but no one, not Lucius Jackson, not Billy Cunningham, has ever been named a Rookie of the Year from the 76ers franchise. A couple of Warriors made it, Wilt Chamberlain, Woody Salisbury, but never a 76er. Iverson leads all rookies in scoring, all rookies in steals. He's among the top 10 in the NBA in both categories. Iverson, that's for 3 and a career high. Swept aside by the Cavaliers with 1:25 to play as the Sixers go scrambling. There's Sura trying to set a back pick against Stackhouse, and Jerry took exception and came up face to face against Bob Sura. I believe Sura will be called for a foul. Yep.
Well, you can see Sura just pushing Jerry in the back. And there's a reason for that. If you go run that play back to where the Cavaliers got the defensive board, you'll find that Jerry threw Sura down to the floor. Sura, as you said, took exception to that. And the flagrant foul, boy, that's not a good call.
surprising. 1 of 2 for Jerry as we take a look at it.
Well, take a look right there as you see Jerry Stackhouse just throwing, grabbing him by the head and throwing him down. Surra taking exception to that, just pushes him in the back. That's just a foul. That's not a flagrant foul. But this really hurts the Cavaliers right now. Down
it's a 9-point game, yeah. Sixers have it back. Iverson sandwiched, and the steal. Marshall can't escape the grasp of Overton. And that means Marshall will go to the line after Doug Overton committed the personal foul.
Penalty situation.
As mentioned earlier, both teams in the penalty.
Foul occurred way before that situation. Brandon bent over right in front of us. Not quite sure what happened to him.
Chris Mills was consoling him moments ago.
Slow getting up.
Mark Bradkey, the only 76er not to play last night in Milwaukee, in for Mark Hendrickson, who played well tonight. A career-high 8 points, 8 boards, scrambling defensively in the 76er trap. Ties his career high with 27 minutes, 4 for 8 shooting. The second-round pick out of Washington State. Johnny Marshall to get another. Marshall looking to become the 7th Cavalier to reach double figures, and he does. 2 of them off the bench in he and Antonio Lang. Overton straight to the goal. Yes, and a foul. Doug Overton to the line looking for the 3-point play after Brandon committed the personal foul.
Brandon, who came up hurt on that last play, a defensive effort by the Cavs. Doug Overton taking him right off the dribble.
Overton makes it an 8-point game. 1:06 to go here in the 4th. Brandon and Mills, 2 good foul shooters, escort the ball up the floor. Cavaliers spreading out. Surra baseline, prevented from slamming by Mark Bradkey. And Surra will go to the line.
Foul number 50, Mark Bradkey gets his first. Bob Surra at the line.
Surra's the guy you want to foul. Bradkey coming over there getting a piece of Bobby Surra. Makes the first one.
Mark Hendrickson back for the
Gonna earn him. You have to earn him from the free throw line from here on out. The Cavaliers, good free throw shooting team, about 73% as a team.
Sixers have it in a 9-point game. Frankie King. Iverson up, and yes, and there it is. A career high for Allen Iverson. He's got 45. In a 7-point game. 35 seconds and counting, and they foul Mills, the 84% foul shooter, who is 5 for 6 from the line tonight. It is on Allen Iverson.
Well, the 3 guys, if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, you want touching the ball, are Brandon, Mills, and Marshall. Those are your 3 best free throw shooters out there.
Chris Mills at the line.
In case you're just joining us, Allen Iverson breaking the record set in 59-60 by Wilt Chamberlain. 4 straight now by an NBA rookie of 40 or more. He has a career high 45. Allen Iverson, a Gund Arena record for points in a game with 45, and a Gund Arena record for points in a half with 34 in the second half. He has 34 on 13 of 17 shooting, as he has established a brand new career high of 45. Only Michael Jordan has gotten to this level against the defensive-minded Cavaliers that we thought going in It would be very tough to drop 40 against Cleveland, but Iverson has managed to do it. Bumped by Brandon. Yes! Does it count? No basket. Instead, Iverson, after the 5th on Brandon, will go to the line.
Allen Iverson, the bump, the continuation. There's a little hesitation in there. The shot went up. The official says, nope, I'm not going to give you the shot.
Iverson with 46, and keep in mind, a mere 7 of 14 from the foul line tonight. As Iverson commits his 4th personal foul. It is an 8-point game, 122 to 114. 29.2 to go on the game clock. And we walk the floor here.
Johnny Marshall at the line.
Wilt Chamberlain, incidentally, the rookie record for points in a game, 58. He did it twice in his rookie season. Once against Detroit in a game at Bethlehem, of all places, and again against the Knicks at New York. Sixers down 9. Iverson again to the goal. Yes! Does that count? No, that doesn't count either. And if it's Brandon, he's gone.
It should be. Sure.
Brandon's arguing.
No, he's just a.
Oh, yeah, they're calling it on Brandon.
That's a bad call by the official. Take a look.
Now they make it Surah.
It had to have been Surah.
All right. It's 5 on him. And now Doug Overton is pointing to the scoreboard, asking the officials to look at the replay that we just saw.
And that's a continuation. I mean, the one before that he hesitated, but here on the drive, that's a continuation. That's not a judgment call. That's a. You guys should know that stuff. I harp on these guys all for the ball to fall out of their whistles.
Allen Iverson right now staring 50 right in the face.
Absolutely.
Dana Barros, the last 76er to get 50 a couple of years ago.
The foul is on Allen Iverson.
And Iverson commits the foul.
His 5th.
That's his 5th. .3 to go. 123-116 game. Cleveland with by far their highest point total of the season. They have 3 guys with 20 or more. Brandon, one of them. Both he and Surah have dropped 20. Now 21 for Terrell. 25 for Mills to lead Cleveland. Barros dropped 50 in March of '95. Iverson with a chance at that. The clocks are virtually identical. Iverson, there he goes again, short. Stackhouse misses on the putback. Iverson is fouled in the act of shooting. And the Sixer bench is roaring with that one as Allen Iverson marches to the line looking for 50 points.
Allen Iverson.
This guy had 11 at halftime. That's 49. Now he goes for 50. He's got it. The first Sixers since Dana Barros did it, March 14th, 1995. Allen Iverson with 39 in the second half and 50 for the night. The final score, almost an afterthought. So against the defensive-minded Cleveland Cavaliers, Allen Iverson on 17 for 32 shooting, 11 for 18 from the line, scores 50. In the midst of a streak where he has already dropped 44 twice and another game of 40. Simply amazing.
What a week. What a week.